Thank you very much, and thank you for being here in the 5th District of Virginia. And if we all work hard, we will have cheers in November and not tears up and down the ticket. First, I want to say thanks to Hampden-Sydney. This is a tremendous institution, one of the oldest in the country, and they have a great facility here today. I'll have to say this, we were here 8 years ago, and there was no air conditioning, and my fans went a lot better than they're doing today. I want to thank George Sterling for his work as 5th District Chair. I want to thank our State Party Chairman, John Hager, for being here today. I also want to recognize our members in the General Assembly that are here. Senator Ruff, appreciate his outstanding job for our part of Virginia. Senator Hawkins, we will certainly miss him in the State Senate, but his leadership will last on the tobacco commissions for generations to come. Senator Cuccinelli from Northern Virginia, appreciate his being here. I want to say thanks to Delegate Alan Dudley for his 14 years of outstanding service in the Virginia House of Delegates. Delegate Charles Poindexter, as Alan said, they said he couldn't win that race. There was going to be a Democrat in that seat, and the Democrat outspinning, but Charles Poindexter prevailed. I also want to thank Delegate Frederick for being here today. And I want to say to all of those running for 5th District positions, party chair, delegates to the National Convention, National Elector, State Central Committee, thank you for participating in a democratic process and for working hard to make sure that our government will be conservative and it will truly reflect the values and beliefs of our great country. Bob McDonald and Bill Bowling, thank you for getting together and for coming together as a unified team. I believe that your working together will lead us to a victory in 2009, and we'll be able to see the red flag of the Republican Party flying over the governor's mansion at the state capitol. All right. The U.S. Senate seat is highly important. As Governor Gilmore, Bob McDonald, well, all of the speakers have indicated, the goal in the United States Senate is to get to 60. And if you get to 60 in the United States Senate, it's not like the House of Representatives. The majority controls the rules. They have the 60-vote rule in the U.S. Senate. If you got 60 votes, you can shut off debate and you can roll anything through there you want to, and that is the Democrats' goal. And if they were to get 60, it would be a sea change in the United States Senate, and you would have the most liberal legislation flowing through that in decades and decades in this country. Like the previous speakers, John McCain was not my choice, and among the top 3 running for president, there is a world of difference. I want the Bush tax cuts to stay in place. Senator Clinton and Senator Obama are opposed to them. They want record government spending. Senator Obama is the chief sponsor of the bill to spend $845 billion, not million, in the global war on poverty, which means more money to more foreign countries. We've already got too much foreign aid that ought to be slashed and not increased. The race for 5th District U.S. House of Representatives this year is going to be hotly contested, just like it's been in the past. side money is pouring in here. I have not been politically correct during my tenure in the U.S. House. If re-elected, I won't be either. Just to highlight a few quick differences. I co-sponsored, voted for, and am proud of the fact that we work for the federal marriage amendment. We need a federal marriage amendment which says that marriage is between one man and one woman. My opponent disagrees. If we don't get that passed, you can have some federal judges come through here and they can upset even what we did and what you worked so hard for in Virginia in November of 2006. On the Second Amendment, I'll have to tell you, I don't know where my opponent stands. He hasn't said anything about that yet. But I can tell you I'm honored to be co-chair of the Second Amendment caucus, and I believe the right to keep and bear arms is an individual right, not just the right of the militia. If my opponent were to be elected, I can tell you who he's going to vote for Speaker. Nancy Pelosi. And Nancy Pelosi has an F- with the NRA. On Right to Life, I want to thank my wife Lucy for getting on the internet, looking at all the blogs. There's a big difference there. I have 100% right to life voting record in the state Senate and in the U.S. House of Representatives. If re-elected, I will keep that record. Based on Luce's interpretation of his positions on the internet, I think they're pretty accurate. He is a follower of choice, which is the smooth-talking word for abortion. Right. On spending, I want to see federal spending reduced. I am a supporter of the balanced budget amendment and have been honored to be the lowest spender of all 435 members of the U.S. House of Representatives in the last survey. If as many had saved what I saved out of the MRA, it would have been a $200 million savings. Now, you've got to cut a lot of things, and you're going to have to cut some programs. And I'll tell you one I voted against, and I can tell you a lot of Republicans voted for it, and I suspect it'll be signed and passed, and that's the overseas aid spot. And I think overseas aid is terrible, but if you're going to spend $50 billion over 5 years, what about spending it on heart disease? What about spending it on cancer? What about spending it on muscular dystrophy in this country? What about spending it on ALS in this country? As you know, I was the first to sponsor a fence bill along our southern border. And I've heard a lot of people say, you know, Virgil, that's just not politically correct. We need to be one world. We need to be a union with Mexico, Canada, and the United States, and let them come on in without any visas, without any check, no background check, no health check, just swim over or walk over. I am for the fence, and I will continue to vote for the fence and continue to support funding for the fence. Again, this is not politically correct. But you can go to Drudge, and again I want to thank Lucy. You can see those demonstrating on the immigration issue that want to just come in, ignore our law, take our jobs, get free health care, and all the other benefits that they can, and that they've been given comic books to read to come over here and have access to. Drudge has their chant on the internet. And the lawbreakers' chant is, we didn't cross the border crossed us. Now let me tell you, I totally disagree with that philosophy. We won in 1845, we won in 1846, we won in 1847, we won in 1848 during the war with Mexico, and I don't want to relive it and turn it back over to them. And I want to close by saying this. There are those who say, you've got to adopt the ways of political correctness. I say to you, we must not crucify the United States of America upon the cross of political correctness. Let's vote conservative and save America.